And I don't like the fact that you gave me basic. You didn't even give me legal paper. This is something you get out your Epson.
Just right.
They take this on an Epson. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Right. If you're gonna charge me $150 for the bottle with tax, come on now.
What we drinking today, man?
You know something? Hey, I'm drunk, Lil, I'm drunk. And you know something? It's beautiful.
What we drinking today, man?
I don't want to get into the particulars, but I know that a bottle of Cavatier and a lady would definitely be involved.
What we drinking today, man?
All right, folks. Welcome back to another episode of What We Drinkin'. I'm your boy Hill. Back with my boy Bud. We're not doing any AKAs today. We actually switched up, as you can see. I'm going to try and go right. Now he's my esteemed colleague to my right.
See, we can throw him off a little bit.
It already has. You know, I can't go right like Seinfeld.
Yeah, she was on his right side. He can't make a move with his left hand. Can't go left.
He can't go left.
No, I'm lefty. Can't go right.
But we're back with a new episode for you folks. And we have a Midwinters Night Dram from High West.
Yep.
Midwinters Nights Dram.
Midwinter Nights Dram.
Okay.
And it's Scene 10, Act 5.
Hot off the press.
Yeah. Just picked up...
Snagged it off your grocery store shelf.
Yesterday or the day before.
For the low price of $139 American dollars.
$139.99.
Which apparently is slightly below MSRP for this. I saw $159 was MSRP this year. I don't know.
Wow.
Maybe not. Just looking at
I know it's not what we paid for it last year. Last year was
109.
Yeah, 89, 90. I found one for 89 last year.
Oof. Inflation is running wild, man.
As I said before, it's manufactured.
It's
not real.
But we wanted to, give you folks our thoughts on this yearly special port finished dram. It's cold outside, and when it gets cold outside, folks line up at High West. They line up at other local liquor stores in the DMV area because port wines themselves actually are popular. From what I hear. When it gets cold, the thermometer, the temperature drops. You want to go out and find a heartier, richer wine, so they reach for the port. And
I'd reach for it because it's got a higher ABV.
There we go. Higher ABV, and it's a finished in port, Ruby and Tawny Port barrels. And
if you all don't know the difference between a Ruby and a Tawny Port, a Tawny Port is an aged port, as where Ruby is a younger port than said Tawny. Now, there's no specific aging limits, but they do go into, they do go up to, I've seen a 50-year port.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. And then also they said with Tawny Ports, they're smaller barrels.
Yeah.
The Ruby, larger barrels, so you have less contact with the oak, so usually it's like a fruitier.
Right.
And the Tawny.
You get more sweetness and from the wine in a Ruby Port and more barrel in a Tawny Port.
Okay, so I would probably like the Tawny Port.
That's the ones I tend to lean towards.
I'm a barrel proof.
Yeah.
Not a barrel proof, but more of the barrel note type of guy.
That charred oak.
Yep. We talked about this also. Your thoughts on they're charging us more,
but giving us less.
Are they? Is that so? It does look a little.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like this is not impressive. Last year, maybe it's because it was my first one.
Possibly.
That might have did it.
But no, I saw this. I noticed this because I compared it to the 9.2 that I have at the house, where the labels this year just looks like regular notebook paper with printed notebook paper, and put some words on it.
Like a third grader did.
Yeah.
No, High West.
The one last year, it seemed like they put some thought into it. The paper looked like it was from a scroll. It had a little aging to it. So it was just, the packaging was just a little better. Now what we want to know is the juice better.
Is the juice better? But real quick, what do we have? 95.5 MGP blended in with their own.
Yep, Rendezvous Rye.
Well, that's what makes up the Rendezvous Rye. Some of theirs, I think, and then some of the MGP.
Yeah, that's the base is the Rendezvous, and then the MGP, and then they, age it or finish it in Ruby and Tawny.
Yeah, they are blenders, and it's coming in at the low. Low
92?
For me, 49.3.
Oh, so 98 proof.
98.6.
0.6.
Okay. All right. Limited engagement. They also have the Encore, which we do not have. It was distillery only, finished in white port.
I've seen that. Have you
Seen a few reviews on it.
There's another one that they
Change
have
it a
out
little
there
bit.
that is finished in the prisoner wine barrels.
I think you mentioned that.
Yeah, that one's. I don't know
I'm intrigued
when
by
that's
that.
coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Well,
So, what you get?
really quick on the nose from Nose Blind. I smell alcohol.
That smells just like bologna for some reason.
I smell. I get a fruity note there. So the funny, well, for me, I like to name my bottles, folks, and any, we know right now finished whiskeys are in vogue, but I always look at the finished whiskeys, and it's kind of like they have a split personality. It's like Me, Myself, and Irene. So I'm gonna name this one Me, Myself, and Irene. It's like 1 second you have the mild-mannered, dad.
Okay.
And then the next second after you taste it, you get that complexity of the port finish, and then it's the deep voice, dude that gets ramboned at night with Renee Zellweger. So Zellweger. What? Who is Renee Zellweger? What was that from? That was from Chappelle Show. Who in the hell is a Renee Zellweger? But yeah, beyond that, yeah. I'm nose blind. You're not gonna get much else from me, folks.
I don't get too much ethanol on the nose. I get a dark fruit, or like a plum, like a dark plum and a fig. Is what I'm getting.
Have you been reading the back of the bottle, sir?
No, I have not.
Good. Neither have I.
I just know that the in-laws, their neighbor used to have a fig tree, and I think I probably told y'all before that I hate fig Newtons. But I went over to his house one day and he gave me a fresh fig. Best damn thing I ever had in my life.
This is amazing.
Yeah. The nose on this is awesome.
Yeah, it is. There's some complexity in there. Give me. I think I can pull a raisin out of here. Pull a raisin.
Oh yeah. Definitely, you gonna get that.
Little sun made.
You get that. Oh God.
The little red box. I don't need raisins.
People used to give them out on Halloween.
Yeah, terrible.
Throw them right back at your house.
Right.
Don't you give me
no
that.
raisins.
But,
well, let's go in on this.
See if the nose.
Over the lips, past the gums. Cheers, folks. Whew. Now, first, and this is my first sip of this, Bud has already, went in. He wanted to do a thorough review, so
I wanted to make sure it was safe.
Yep. Wow. So last year, I can recall, I was like, this is okay. It didn't really impress me. I don't think I gave it a real high score, but from that first taste, this is one fine dram.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. And then I just caught something just now, second swallow after it, on the back of my palate, there was like a fruit bomb.
I get like a tart cherry, almost like a maraschino cherry.
That's good.
This is
good.
It's got a nice little hug to it.
I don't get a lot of the rye spice, or at least I didn't get that.
I got that on I got the rye spice on the back of my tongue.
It's buried in there for me. But I'm okay with that though. I mean, I like a good rye spice, but because it seems to be interwoven and mixed in so well with the port finish, and I don't know how long. We said we don't know how long.
No, we don't know the.
I didn't look that up.
Let me see if I don't think that they say it on here. No, and that's wild because it does say plum and dried fruit on the back. I did not read that.
Sure you did.
I promise you.
That's why they call you Bloodhound for a reason. Well, we call you Bloodhound. And
right.
Clifford the Big Red Dog. Always have to sneak that in there, folks. But yeah, back to the review. This is good.
Oh yeah.
If I do say so myself, this is good. It like I said, it's complex. Starts off kind of tame, hits the back of my palate. Now I get the rye spice on the second sip, but I also on the very back, it's all of the port. But it's usually I get a dryness to some of the finished whiskeys. I'm not really getting a lot of that. It's bold. It's bursting with flavor.
Yeah. Wow. This guy it's kind of funny today. Depends on the finish. So like if you get a Cabernet finish, it's going to be a dry finish. You don't. Port is not a really dry wine.
It's rich. As I said, the Ruby Port, rich. It is rich. This is. I'm impressed. Thank you, High West, for doing your thing on this one.
Didn't y'all give us something like this with the High Country?
Oh, yeah.
That was
you can
horrible.
go back.
That was horrible. That was
and see how we felt.
I was mad about that.
Right.
I was really insulted by that.
We did not like the High Country.
I almost poured it out.
It didn't, and that would have been the perfect country, got you crazy. But I couldn't even do it for that. It didn't work. This is a winner. We want to give it our bottle rating. We're not gonna go over the actual, criteria because we do that every episode. We're just gonna go right into what we think of this dram on a scale of 1 to 5.
Are you gonna throw it to me? All right. So we're gonna go on me. I'm gonna give this a good 3.5. I like it. I don't like the price increase, but I like the dram. And I don't like the fact that you gave me you didn't even give me legal paper. This is something you get out your Epson.
Right.
They take this on an Epson. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Right. If you're gonna charge me $150 for the bottle with tax, come on now. Give me a little something.
Up the paperweight.
But the juice inside, you did good. But
I agree.
And I like the High West. All their bottles had that like little bubbles in them. So
it looks like looking at the solar system or something like that. Yeah, this is good, man. 3.5 is very appropriate, and I'm gonna concur wholeheartedly. 3.5 bottles on the Midwinter Night's Dram.
Yeah, you want to put that S on the Midwinter.
All right, I like it, Midwinter. Yeah, this one, if you can get it for MSRP or below, it's probably starting to get scarce now. We're starting to really see it.
You said you saw it today for an increase.
Yeah. Well, those are probably going to stick around. The ones that are $40, $50, it's not worth that. But if you can get it for MSRP, like we said, we paid $139. Still up there, but you buy it, you sit on it, you cherish it. You maybe only drink it during the fall and winter. Until next time.
Just
again,
drink.
Bud Hill, just drink.
Just drink, as we do.
What we drinking today, man?